Libra, we are up. I'm going to start this off by saying, yes, we are talking about Saturn entering Pisces on March the 7th. But one thing that I really want to say is shout out to everybody who is a Libra rising who is going to be going through this with me. If you are listening on my podcast on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up or praying hands to let me know you are also Libra rising. This is going to be for you if you are Libra rising and sun. I want to say that we have been through hell because we have had, this has been in our fifth house. It was not easy. If you are interested in wanting to know, how it went, listen to the Scorpio version, the Scorpio podcast on Saturn entering Pisces, because we just wrapped this up. I want to know how you feel about having Saturn in your damn fifth house for almost 3 years in the middle of a pandemic. It was already isolating. It was already tough. Depending on what your sun sign is, you already had another lesson to learn. But if it is Cancer, then we got a double whammy. And it's really, really hard. So my heart goes out to all of you guys while we deal with that. Okay? Now, let's get into it. So when Saturn enters Pisces on March the 7th, Libra, that's going to be hitting us, Libra risings and suns, in our house of health. Let's talk about what that house is. So pragmatic Virgo joins Mercury in ruling the sixth house. This house deals with health or the general condition, guys, of the mind and body on all levels. So not just you gain weight, not just you need to eat right, but your mental health as well. All right? That means you can give insight to not just your physical health and the relationship with your body, but also mental and emotional stuff, such as how you react to adversity and areas where you may experience personal growth, okay? You may look to this house to learn about your ideal career and ways to be of service to others. So let's get into it. So first of all, is your life running like a well-oiled machine? No. Or are you running out of gas? This March 7th is an important new cycle that begins when structured Saturn moves into Pisces in your sixth house of health, systems, and efficiency for 3 years. You're going to hear me say 2.5 years or 3 years interchangeably. It is technically 2.5 years, give or take. Between now, March the 7th, and February 13th, 2026. You'll thrive when you add consistency to these parts of your life. Some Libras are uber organized while others struggle to balance, quote unquote, the magic word, all moving parts of your life. I'm going to tell you, as a entrepreneur, it's not easy. I'm welcoming this transit to get me more organized. And I'm going back to the beginning, I'm finding, of things that I was doing when I first started my channel, and I launched my company even before that. So I just want to say, Libra risings, one of the things that I'm noticing is that I'm starting to get my motivation to want to bring you these things back. And I've simplified things also across my platforms and made it to the point where it's just about the content. And so I'm liking where things are going. If you haven't noticed already, I've started top-down videos. I don't want to put the Zaza Zoo in it anymore. I'm not into, and this is probably going to be like that for the next 3 years. It'll get better, but I'm kind of liking you only seeing my hands. Eventually, you'll see my face every now and again, but that's working for me right now. So I think this is already a prelude to Saturn starting to organize me. Go drop in the comments if you're listening to this on the podcast on YouTube, and let me know if you're starting to feel it already. Could you use some help building your skills or setting up a plan that can go the distance? Yes. Saturn rules experts and mentors, the kind that come with solid experience and credentials under their belts. So over the next 3 years, guys, avoid the internet marketing gurus and get rich quick schemes and scammers. You need strong people above you and below you, from those who are offering guidance to those who are people supporting you on Team Libra. All right, remember that, guys. Now, while Saturn's in this efficient zone, look to where you can systemize and streamline parts of your life. I'm into it. From corralling clutter, I'm going into that as well, to adding more white space to your schedule, to committing to a regular exercise, yes, or meditation practice. Consistency is the key to calm, and you'll need that. Mature Saturn is here to help you learn long-term coping skills that help you manage stress, anxiety, and our need for perfection. Speaking of skills, are yours due for an upgrade? You may need to renew your certifications and credentials or learn some new techniques to stay current in your industry. I'm doing that right now as well. Maybe it's time for an equipment refresh, especially if the investment will pay for itself. That's true as well. Now, the last time Saturn was in Pisces was May 21st, 1993 to April 7, 1996. If you're old enough to remember what was happening during that time, you're being guided to look back for clues of what may be resurfacing right now. And if you were born then welcome to your very first Saturn return. Let's keep moving. The 6th house governs your gut, from your intuition to your digestive system. With Saturn here, you really are what you eat. So you're being guided to encourage this, from prebiotics to alkalizing supplements to tests, all sorts of tests, that there's going to be a whole world of wellness focused on keeping on your second brain, what some calls the gut, healthy. So you're going to be there. Explore options and discuss them with a healthcare provider to get them all clear. All right. That I'm definitely looking forward to. Meanwhile, you'll be bidding adieu to Saturn in Aquarius. Thank God. A transit that began back in March of 2020, right when the first United States lockdown began. Slow and steady. Saturn was in your 5th house of romance, fame, and creativity. And let me tell you, it drained my energy. It drained the life out of me. I'm already heavily Saturnian with me having Capricorn ruling my emotions. So with that moon being in detriment, but I've definitely learned how to deal with it, and I don't look at it as a bad thing anymore. It definitely seems like I make things harder, or I get these labels. Why does it have to be so hard and blah, blah, blah? But that is what this transit does. I like to think that I was, a pretty fun person. But again, that is what this transit does. You may have had a few duds and false starts in these departments. And even if you did, the lessons made you stronger. With Saturn out of this realm, thank God, your love life could heat up again. However, you'll approach it with maturity, thanks to the wisdom, with maturity and wisdom, thanks to Saturn, staying grounded in your own priorities. Now, that is the case. I'm no longer the same after this transit. No longer the same, guys. So if you're listening on the podcast, let me know how you're feeling about it. If you have steadily working to make a name for yourself, that's me, the fruits of your labor can finally come together. Thank you, Saturn. Saturn often gives his pupils a parting gift after he leaves each zodiac sign. We have a Libra friend who recorded over 40 podcast episodes in the past couple of years, and another who appeared on a reality show with the hopes of launching an acting career. All of those hours you put into anything, guys, could also pay the dividends in the weeks to come. I am very, very happy to hear that, because when I tell you that this has been a stressful yet rewarding and hard transit, I'm not saying that I want to go through it again. I know it will come back, but that was it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, and if you guys went through it, And when you went through it. Now that we're wrapping it up, I want you to let me know how it fared well to you. Maybe you didn't even know it was going on, Libra. You just know it felt like you couldn't win. It felt like your relationships were breaking down. It felt like it was constant arguing, regardless of whether those people were wrong, whether you got cheated on, whatever it was. It was there, and you were dealing with that because of the transit. Not necessarily those people in your life, but Saturn always has a lesson, okay? And I hope you took yours away. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and give this podcast a like. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.